week's shout out goes to Bush Boy Beehives. Looking for delicious raw honey? Then look no further. Taste the difference with unique seasonal varieties of truly wildflower honey produced within healthy beehives, hand packed to ensure all the beneficial enzymes and probiotics remain intact as live functional food. Visit them on their Facebook and also on their website at bushboysbeehives.com. Hey everyone. So first off, I want to say thank you so much for the support. I've got a ton of emails, posts on the channel, and requests from my YouTube seeing how I was. For those that don't know, unfortunately, I was sick for a good amount of all through January and just now recovering. I'm not used to being sick. Usually, if I am, it comes and goes, but I have been feeling well enough to where I can get through a whole review and most importantly be able to talk, which is obviously a huge point in these reviews. And I'm super excited because first review coming back after a very, very long break and rest is on Black Panther. So again, thank you so much, guys. And, those here who are watching on my YouTube channel, which is where this will be posted, I did get a lot of requests for more reach outs and more of my geek out episodes, so stay tuned for that because I am going to get back into that, especially with all the cool trailers. But let's get right into the review for Black Panther. So my wife and we went to go see it, and let me just say there's been so much hype around this movie, and it's been sold out for a long time. I bought my tickets months in advance, and however, I did not know that I bought the tickets for the AMC Dolby Cinema experience. And let me just say very quickly, I will never watch another action, superhero, or big time blow up kind of film unless I watch it in that theater, in that setting. A little more on that later, but it was just freaking amazing. It was just such a damn cool experience. Everyone should try it. So Black Panther, huge hype around it, in particularly because of the way the comic is done. And I'll be honest, I've only read a couple of comics for Black Panther, and only as of recent because of all the Marvel films going on. Started reading a little bit more into the background of it, and there is a ton of culture behind it, which is why a lot of people were very, in particular, to seeing how the characters, the setting, and the story would be portrayed in this different universe of a superhero movie, right? And let me just say, they did an amazing job. I know a lot of credit does not go towards, costume design and decor and the wardrobe and, things like that. But let me just say, this is one of the movies that I have seen where I truly felt those who did that as far as the cast truly were on top because they did a fantastic job. I felt immersed into this culture. And, it's based in Wakanda, and the Black Panther was T'Challa. He is taking over the reins to be king of Wakanda. For those who don't know, and if you haven't watched Captain America Civil War, mute yourself for just a few seconds here because this is a spoiler. His father is killed, and what is known at the time as a terrorist attack or an act of terrorism that everyone thinks is Bucky, right? And so now kind of going back into this takes place shortly right after, immediately, in fact. And he's going through the rituals of the tribe, and the culture here is just so rich because you feel, especially within the music of it, that it really all comes together. You feel immersed in this unique universe that is also within this very sci-fi, very heavy technology in Wakanda, right? In Africa. And the cast is absolutely insane. One of the best, I would have to say, best casted films, especially for a superhero movie, I have ever seen. And especially, I mean, Chadwick Boseman, who obviously plays the Black Panther, his role when you see him in the Civil War movie is spot on. It's just very loyal and calming and, very soothing, which bodes very well into the character of Black Panther. And I have to say, the villain in the movie is Killmonger, right? And this is played by Michael B. Jordan. I like this guy. He really came out for me of his shell in the Creed movie. If you guys haven't seen Creed and you are a fan of the Rocky films, 100% go see that movie. And he really up notch for me. And I was very, very impressed. Well, in this movie, I don't know if it's because the writing is so well done and because of the wardrobe and the rituals and everything is done very methodically and very well paced. And I'll get to that just in a little bit. Because the pace is so well, Killmonger's character is so real in our current world that when the climax hits in this movie, it just really opens you up. You feel it. And sometimes in climaxes, you're just kind of like, especially in superhero movies, you're all about, well, I either knew that or it's like, okay, well, you know, it's a bad guy. He does this. But this is truly rich. This is something special. Um, Other occurrences here with performances is Dana Guerrera, who, if you guys don't know her or don't watch Walking Dead, Michonne, right? Well, let me just say, all of the women in this movie are badass. Very well acted. Very, very well acted. Very character driven and very, very hardcore. And man, I have to say, I feel like the women and the stars, the actresses of this film really, really took the spotlight away from Black Panther. Not to say that it wasn't a good character or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. The entire thing was magical. However, they stood out amongst, especially if you see it right now, especially who plays Black Panther's sister, who is played by I think it's Letitia, right? I hope I said that right. I loved her throughout the entire film. She made me laugh. She gave me a boost of confidence as far as how well the film was going to develop from the moment she spoke to the very, very end. And it is just amazing to see the characters come to life. The story is so good. Let me just tell you, from beginning to end, there is no dull moments. And even in the parts where you truly feel, oh, they may be talking too much. This is one of the few films where they go back to those moments where they were talking or they said that one thing. And you're thinking, wait a minute, there's more to that. And then it happens. And it's just so engaging. I loved every minute of it. As I always do, I'm going to show you guys a piece of the music, which is fantastic. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll play you guys a piece here. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so you got a taste of it. Now, I will say the entire movie isn't, very cultural inspired. I mean, there are some very heavy, there's some rap in there. There's also some more modern type music, and it all fits well though, with every say every setting that happens in the fight scenes. It's very heavy, even though there is a lot of ritual based drums, especially. It is so rich in the depth of how the music goes, and I love that. I fell in love with it, and more so because, like I was telling you guys earlier, the theater I was in, oh my gosh, it just made everything just sound so much better. So Black Panther, did it meet the hype? Absolutely. It made me realize what potential superhero movies could bring all over. And this is a very important one. Not just because it's the last Marvel film that we're going to get before the holy grail, right? The big Avengers movie that's going to be hitting this summer. But also for the future of how well written and well paced the rest of the Marvel films can be to develop the character so well that the other characters around become that much more important. So for me, I am giving Black Panther 4 stars. Absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of superhero movies, this one will not let you down. Should you go see it while it's in theaters? Absolutely. Should you go see it in this crazy cinema AMC Dolby surround craziness? Absolutely. If you're into that. Now, I will mind you, it is loud. So if you're not a fan of like IMAX or anything like that, then this is not for you. This is more for the people who want to feel immersed, especially in the action sequences and more so in the direction of how the soundtracks or how the score is going, because the seats shake to the bass and it's pretty crazy. My wife was freaking out for a little bit. The sound follows throughout the entirety. So if a ship is flying through, you feel that ship fly through, and it is truly amazing. So, guys, again, thank you so much. I know this review was a little longer than what I normally do, but it's been a while, and I was just super excited to talk about this movie. Thank you again for the huge support. You guys are so awesome. If you guys did like this, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my page, and then also check out my Facebook. Love you guys so much. If you don't want any spoilers of the movie, then go ahead and cut it off here. For those who are going to stick around for my geek out moment, it starts right now. Okay, geek out moment. There were so many damn good parts in this film. As I've been saying throughout the entirety of it, I love the culture. I love the music. I fell in love with it, especially the way that I watched it in this cinema. But my favorite part of this movie, and I broke it down into 3, and those 3 were super, super hard to break down. But it had to be the fight scene towards the end. And I know that's a very common, especially when you geek out, because that's usually when they save all the juiciness. But this is when all the women got to really brawl out. And as I stated in the review, the women in this film are fantastic. They did such a damn good job. There is a lot of women fighting towards the end. They are battling out. They are badass. They are kicking ass. Dudes that are like 3 times their size and doing all these amazing acrobatics, all these stunts. They got these spears coming out. Black Panther's sister has these awesome looking panther claws, as you can see right there. They're so badass, and they're shooting these orbs, it's just insane, and it looks so cool. And the coolest part is while they're all fighting, they're all wearing, their ritual clothing to whatever tribe that they're consents to, and it just looks so cool. The whole thing, the whole scene, it was so beautiful because it was in this open field, very green, very bright, and they're just going all at it. War cries, battle cries. Absolutely amazing. Again, guys, thank you so much. I really had fun with this one. I can't wait. I don't know what my next film will be, but it will be soon. I'm going to try to, if I don't review a movie, I'm going to try to post a video every week. My goal is to have a video out every weekend, latest by Sunday. I'm going to try to do it earlier and get you guys more content. Thank you so much. You guys have an awesome rest of your weekend and enjoy your week. Take care.